First down, and they're going to throw without it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Allen now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play, and 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check nickel.
You're out. Hit it.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end.
Hey, zoom.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job.
Touchdown, Detroit. Raheem Mostert, 39 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here we go. Here we go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And finally he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, foxtrot. Now.
Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Josh Allen in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Allen to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Matt Wild now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. $12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. Bulldozes past him. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 35 on 2nd down, Tannehill. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And an alley to run. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Again has it complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Hey, echo.
First and goal.
Mike 37. Here we go. And we're going 37 is the Mike. Mike 37.
Yeah.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard in there to bury him for a loss of 11. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw, Tannehill. Finds his tight end, Ingram. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone, and now it'll be 4th and goal.
Hey, high 7. 2.
On 4th down, Tannehill. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chris Hogan there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, it's Allen. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And again, it's Allen. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Allen. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here. Fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Here's Tannehill. And that's caught. It's Hogan. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Eluding the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Tannehill. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Space to run past the 20. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Wrap it. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Tannehill now to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. This one complete to Ingram. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Check.
You draw Corker.
You go tight.
Shoot.
Now Tannehill. Flushed out right. He finds his target. It's Evans. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Now Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. T.Y. Hilton there to make the grab. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the... And now look at him go. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Raheem Mostert, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Josh Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Mostert. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Allen. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he's plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ty Johnson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Here's Mostert. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Allen. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mostert. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. To the air, Allen. And that is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And a loose football. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll go down at the 28.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Ready up.
And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Check pass. Check pass.
On second down, Johnson finding room to the 20. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll get this out to Lynch, complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Back to the ground, Lynch. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's get out the field, defense.
This is Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Oh, what a juke into space. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Raheem Mostert with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Looking for Campbell downfield. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. And some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Josh Allen. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Down. 80 weapon. 90 Wolf.
Hey, check.
Ready?
Tannehill now to throw. Well, this is caught by Ginn. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And with that, our journey begins.